The business of culture and the culture of business. For those who can successfully blend the two, there is a crock of gold waiting. Getting the formula right can be like playing chess on an invisible board. Anne is a translator working for the Beijing Beijian Culture Company. She's waiting to meet members of the production team from the world-famous Riverdance dance troupe. In 5 days' time, the curtain will go up on The Heartbeat of Home, the show they're bringing to Chinese audiences for the first time.
I want to see the Great Wall. I'm going to go to the hotels.
It's Vegas, guys. It's Vegas.
The performance will be staged in Beijing's capital gymnasium. Winter in Beijing is usually sunny, but chilly. 4 full containers of show gear have arrived at the gymnasium. The foreign crew in t-shirts and Chinese workers in thick winter jackets get to work.
Here. Yes. Okay.
To ensure the show keeps its original flavor, everything has been flown over from Ireland. Costumes, stage set, even the washing machines, and the screws that will hold it all together. Notwithstanding the language barrier, the two teams are soon working in harmony.
What the fuck is going on?
Come here. Come on. Don't worry. Go stick.
It's surprising, like, we've been here before, and sometimes the workers won't be that good, but they're very good here now today. Brilliant. Very happy.
Riverdance was created over 20 years ago as an interval performance during the Eurovision Song Contest. It has gone on to take the world by storm, being performed more than 12,000 times. Heartbeat of Home is a sequel to Riverdance and is to receive its world premiere in Beijing. Chinese and foreign producers are negotiating over an unresolved issue. Zhang Legang is the Chinese producer who has brought the show to town. With him are 2 senior members of the production company from Ireland. The issue in question is the behavior of Chinese audiences during the show, and most particularly the use of camera phones.
But I think the audience do not want to take photos for for some business from business aim. They just want to take photos and get back and share with their friends. So why? Why not?
Sure. Yes, and I think one of our reasons for not wanting photographs is because when people have all got their video cameras up and they're filming, all these lights are in the audience, and it's very distracting for audience members who are not filming. So it was very upsetting for us.
As a businessman, Zhang believes the issue should be seen from a different perspective.
Because in theater, it might be when you're using the camera, it will influence others. But in arena,
yes,
it will be
it's different.
even. Yeah. So, and I think for in the digital area, everybody take photos and be a center of information. They will spread the information directly and very speedily.
I take the point that you made, that if people...
A compromise by the foreign contingent seems inevitable. They are fully aware of the size and future potential of the Chinese market. Consideration of the overall profit will sway the day, a key reason for premiering in China. Over a decade ago, Zhang Legang led a Chinese acrobatic troupe on a tour of the Western world. It was frequently a chastening experience, But Zheng learnt much that he has put into service with good effect. He set up a new business to bring Western shows to Chinese audiences. However, the stresses and strains of the world of showbiz are pretty universal, and there are always huge risks.
如果你想保证原汁原味的把它引过来，你要付什么费用吗 ？Guarantee money 就是 OK， 你把所有的成本全付了，然后你还要付它的 royalty， 它的版权费。第三，还要跟你谈你的 profit share， 你的利润我还要分，最狠的可以分到7-3。记住啊，是对方欺，不是我们欺啊，好像被人紧紧的卡住脖子一样，因为你不可能赚到钱。一会儿这个费用，一会儿那个费用，又给我要钱。
In terms of intellectual property rights, those who own the copyright hold the whip hand. Copyright not only means royalties, it also means having the final word. The crew work day and night to set up the stage. Brendan is the show's technical director. He's a demanding taskmaster. In his job, he needs to be. And as he sees it, it's his job to upset people.
The producers have employed me to recreate a show, so they had a vision which they've passed on to me. I now have to recreate that with all the various technical departments. So it can be very frustrating when you're not giving the tools and the crew to do that, considering months ago you've been promised. You know, we had some agreements last June when we were here that it'd be, you know, A, B, C would happen, and then it still hasn't happened. And this morning I asked James what's happening. He says, oh yeah, it's on the way, but I don't know when these things are going to happen.
Chinese people, and they're saying yes, it really means no. And then we think we're getting something or going somewhere when it's really, that's not what's happening.
James is the Chinese technical director, Song Yi-hung. He was 25 when he joined the team that staged Riverdance in China in 2010. It turned out to be a baptism of fire. During the tour, it became clear that apart from having different working habits, some local theaters were a source of friction.
地方剧院属于是政府剧院，属于是拿政府工资、政府饭碗的那种。我就是坐在这里喝茶，我就看着你就行了。我可以配合你，我也可以不配合你，就是看我高兴不高兴。老外就不理解中国的这个体制啊，他就会发飙啊。第一年我们是天天是吵着过来的，对着骂着过来的。怎么说呢？对于他们的一个不太了解吧。我说我们在这么努力的配合你，然后你还骂我，我就是说所有的人现在全部停工。我说他什么时候把火卸了，不骂中国人了，咱们才开始干。然后他说哦，詹姆斯，我们是 friend。
Yeah, the applause here is not the same as it is in the Western world. It's much more reserved and it goes a lot. Don't be surprised by that. They usually give most of their applause at the very end of the show.
Frayed and harsh tempers are no strangers to the stage. But in the end, they need to work together, and the achievement of a successful outcome washes away all sins.
And then?
However, Zheng Ligang is not content simply to facilitate somebody else's production.
世界现在都在渴望着一部中国的作品，因为中国在过去的这些年已经越来越引起世界的关注。我们希望借助他们的制作理念，也和我们了解到的国际的运营网络结合起来。用通俗的话来讲，就是叫借船出海。到了大河之舞3的时候，我们是真正的制作方，我来选整个的制作团队。最重要的是，我给你我们的制作理念。
Whether the Chinese producers can get it right depends on their ability to add something to the show without losing its essence. In order to give the international producers an understanding of the Chinese style, Zheng and his team approach a dance troupe run by Chinese choreographer Wan Ma.
一个好的艺术作品，一定是一种社会思潮。大家都在讲全球化，是在讲地球村，所有的人都在这个世界自由的这个迁徙、自由的流动，在世界各地都可以寻找自己的这个幸福。从大河之舞到舞起狂澜，是一脉相承的。
But a successful work can't be created overnight. From the perspective of the international performance market, there is still some way to go for the third installment of Riverdance.
At the moment, I don't think it's for a big commercial performance, but I think it will be very well received in dance festivals around the world because it's very artistic, it's very creative.
The stage is set. Now it's time for a final equipment check. Having worked on promoting Chinese performance arts to the outside world and introduced foreign shows to China, Zheng Ligang has a determined understanding of survival and innovation in world theater. His Riverdance dream continues.
他大舅啊，他二舅都是他舅配，钢桌子、地板上都是木头啊。一条大河波浪宽，雾气狂澜无偏见。咱们找个中规郎，让他世界看这边。
A labor of love, more often than money, the animation industry in China has always been run on a shoestring. Producer Wu Hanxing wants to break that mold with a constantly running virtual world. Her Vassoon animation studio was set up 22 years ago. The studio has spent 5 years developing a cartoon character called Crybug. She hopes to create a multimedia business of movies, novels, comics, games, and derivative series based on a little monkey from the East.
我们做的这个风格在国外叫 manga， 这个风格其实是日漫的风格。我们的定位既然是国际化的商业产品，我们一定要做的是大众要消费什么，然后你所谓的中国风格，它会在你进化过程中自然而然的产生。让它签下来。
From international subcontracting to building a brand, innovation is the key to making it happen. Real people stand behind the virtual world at all times. In the sequel to Crybug, the fashionable technique of motion capture technology is introduced.
再高一点。好。我们有时候看美国的产品，它为什么这么好？就是它每一个动作，它都是要充分做到位的。你看我在起跳的时候呢，我有一个往上走的力，我弹起来，然后我还落地之后呢，我的头有一个随动，然后再回来。如果呢我呢做的到位，也就是我就会做成这样。你看我就会你感觉我做的很灵活。你看美国片子里大量都是这样。如果呢你的这个预备缓冲做的不够细，你做出来可能就是这个东西。
With economic prosperity, China's animation industry is looking at the prospect of a golden age.
从某个意义上说，跟世界做生意，其实也是在跟世界竞争，也是在跟世界同行 PK。
我们希望是在把他们一些好的模式，通过转换，把它本土化。
As the world's largest producer and exporter of animation, Japan is regarded as the homeland of animation. The Tokyo Tower often appears in cartoons. An iconic part of the Tokyo skyline, it was styled after the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Cartoon products, images, and stores can be found everywhere in the city. Japan is the world's third largest economy, and animation is its third largest industry. This is the 18-meter-high figure of Gundam, one of the most famous characters in Japanese robot animation. All kinds of cartoon-themed halls are filled with more than just happiness. More than 90% of Japan's 700 companies working in the animation industry are based in Tokyo. It gives the industry a valuable critical mass. Undeterred by the icy wind, Wu Hanqing's team embark on a tour of Japanese production facilities.
这两个产品都是在世界动画业很有名的产品，攻壳机动队，还有一个是桃子的心。
Production IG is one of the largest animation companies in Japan. In addition to its domestic animation business, it also works on movies for Hollywood.
这个是在行业里很有名的台柱子级的原画师。日本的动漫其实最厉害的就是这批人，一辈子的时间就钻研一种技术环节，他达到那个程度，那就是一般人很难达到的。
Atsushi Ogasawara is a doctor of quantum physics, but he looks more like a hairstylist. He's also an independent animator.
物が浮くという研究を物理で研究してたんですよ昔は。でそれをもし物が浮くということがこの世界で実現したら、どのように世界がなるかというそういうシリーズ的絵を描いてます。
然后这里边是这个广告牌，比如说这个一个企业一个买的话，这个企业放这个边。比如说还有人也可以买这个一个地方，这个可以分开。但是呢，一般来说，这一个企业买一个这个图，自己做这个
啊，手工自己做，
对，手工自己做。它里边自己写了以后呢，他要做这个，
那他这
应该是现实的，对，这个东西吗？
对呀，这电子管嘛是吗？
当中ですか？
そうです。
自己亲手做。
哇，太牛了！
对，物理系博士嘛，物理系。对。
做动画，包括做那个动漫，我们要以创造世界，创造世界是一个是你想象中的世界，你得自己弄得跟真的似的。就像他连那里头的女孩子穿的衣服，她的物件都是他自己亲手做出来，他真的就是上帝。
Early the next morning, Wu Hanqing and her team visit Masao Maruyama. He once worked with Osamu Tezuka, the creator of Astro Boy. He's widely recognized as one of the best supervisors in the field of Japanese animation.
先々時でしかできないから素晴らしい。10分の1ぐらいの時間でやってます。要するにさっきのやつが何年かかかってるんだけど、こちら作画期間が1年かかってないです。時間とお金がない。その技術的なこととか作り込みはもう先々時の方がずっと上だから、僕ら空に対抗するには早く安く作るしかないかなと。
就是5年前见了您，然后坚定了我们自己做片子的决心。现在因为做的还不错，所以呢，后面5年的工作计划非常有压力。
僕らが50年間このアニメーションやってるから、そこまで今があるんですね。それから人が育っていくこと、彼らがどんどんトップになってアニメーションを志す人間が一緒にこうやっていくことは大事なことかもしれません。
In Japan, dubbing usually comes after the animation is completed, but this is no afterthought. The voice actors are as popular as movie stars.
那做出来的话呢，无非就是你体会。
KK, who voiced the lead character of Crybug, is the first professional Chinese voice actress in Japanese animation.
最終的にはスムーズに。
ったく、あの二人は疫病神なんだよ。俺は黙ってたが、もう我慢の限界だ。村中に迷惑かけて。
誰かが追っ払ってくれるってんなら、私は宣言出すね。はい。
痛い？
黙ってろ。
そんなに怒らないでよ。もっと修行すれば、明日は村長に勝てる。
这边配音的环境和国内确实差别很大。首先，它不是一个人的录，是比如20多个人一起在一个小屋子里，然后不停地把这15分钟的戏一下演下来，你在之中就不能出错，而且你表演的机会只有这一次。他们就在这一句话里，要把自己多少的感情装进去，真的就是在燃烧生命的感觉。所以你一边要全身心的投入去表演，同时要注意很多的事情，不能翻篇儿出声啊，或者你不能跟别人抢麦克。 非常像职人，像个怎么说呢，工匠活都有点这个感觉。
Though conditions for those at the bottom of the industry are famously harsh, supported by a craftsmanship which advocates rigor, patience, focus, and perfection, Japanese animation, like other industries before, has conquered the world.
走向世界其实就是跟世界做生意。我们要做最好的产品，把我们的产品迈向全世界，做那种能够足以让我们产生自豪感的生意。
中国本身它就是一个巨大的文化产业的航母，就是因为都不知道，没有先例，所以更多的就是说你想好自己是干什么的，你能干什么，你要干什么，然后你怎么干，最后坚定不移地给它干成。
The Chinese animators leave their mark on the sketch wall of an amusement hall.
这是来看望集英社的对吧？
还很难，在日本的话，我现在还是打酱油的小角色，连名字都没有。但是你再努力的话，还是会有人在看着的。这是我的梦想，我喜欢做这个，我喜欢动画。
Culture is the repository of traditions and a heritage that reflects the DNA of a nation. Business gives us a channel for cultural exchange and cross-fertilization. Kung Fu is one of China's most famous calling cards to the world. In Washington, D.C., there are 3 competing schools of martial arts. The differences between them don't just lie in the movements.
7, 38.
9, 10. No noise. He's shooting for TV. He just started. He does not even have his uniform yet, but I want you guys to listen. He just started. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Now listen. Go.
I'll strive to the best of my ability to keep myself physically,
Mentally and spiritually strong all times. I'll be humble, yet not weak. Proud, yet not boastful. I respect my seeing.
Wushu, Shaolin.
Wushu.
Shaolin.
Wushu.
敬礼。Pretty good, huh? Huh? How old are you? How old are you?
4.
He's 4 years old.
Dennis Brown was born in Washington, but went to China to study Kung Fu. His Shaolin Wushu training centers are the oldest and largest martial arts schools in the Washington area. Many Americans are keen on keep fit exercises, and in business terms, he aims to capture as large a share as possible of that market.
This school and one other school are the 2 schools that we have now. One of the differences that we made is that we actually put down what we call these puzzle mats. We also put mirrors up in every school. I don't know whether that's Chinese or whether Americans just like to look at themselves. I don't know, but it's always worked out good for the business.
怎么了？
是校园里面有人欺负我。
谁欺负你？
小孩说我坏话，讨厌。
光讲话你就能气得这个样子？
他踩了我。
踩你哪？
这儿。
那你是 tough guy 啊，你就不需要哭啊。
我不知道，我心里很不高兴。
咱们心里有的时候都会不高兴，对不对？你不能所有的事情都能够很如意，你说呢？小孩呢就是这个样子，但有的时候你要跟他讲一讲，他自己能找出答案。
他说去那个洗手间洗脸，
然后你就好了。
我们最快乐的事情，而不是说在多于我们有多少学生，而是在于我们把这个小孩改变了，我们有成就感。
Like Dennis Brown, Chinese-American Christopher Pei went to China to perfect his skills in martial arts. Movie star Jet Li was one of his training buddies there, as was Jun Gui-fun, the woman he was to marry. Pei's school is one of the most popular with the Chinese in the Washington area.
我开始学在那个中文学校。I didn't have focus when I was younger, so they said try martial arts, try Chinese martial arts. So
还有位子吗？就是如果要想加入的话，是6点钟是吧？
我不需要去游说这个人。我们学校的刚刚好相反，他进来了，我想办法让他走。他要是不走，那他一定是要跟我学习。
你要想出来，你真的爱，还是你要真的做好？所以你要好好练。如果你要好好练，你就每一次练。如果你不要，就离开。
Go。
There are many Taekwondo schools in the United States. Established business models and strong market awareness attract thousands of learners to this Olympic event. Jia Hoon-ri is a major figure in the sport, known as the father of American Taekwondo.
Have to cater the classes for the American market. I think most Asian schools, if you go to Asia, it's very strict discipline with master, instructor, and student. You're there to learn.
加油 ，Carrie！ Everyone say Carrie 加油！加油！
看你看。1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job, Carrie. Good job. Good job. 这里有很多小孩只会叫我叫裴教练，但是没有一个会叫我叫爸爸。但是他们每个人都怕张教练，但是每个人会叫张教练叫妈妈。
Ready? Go. Go.
Angel, do you want me to kick you out?
You know, the kids have the power here. If it's too strict, the kids will quit. You have to make sure the kids are have fun. We still have a very sound instruction that we teach, but they have to have fun while they're learning, so that's our concept.
There you go, elbow down.
Korean Taekwondo and Japanese Karate occupy the mainstream of the martial arts market in America. In order to compete, the Wushu schools have to take a trick out of their book.
There are a lot of business decisions that I had to make in order to make my school successful. We didn't have belts like karate had, and Americans were used to belts. Well, now, 30 years later, everybody wears some type of belt. Some people wear some things that they run the schools with testing and all that, just like American-style schools. They're used to getting something.
However, in the eyes of the Chinese, the belt symbolizes education through etiquette and silent commitment.
2 hands, not 1 hand. 2 hands, take it with 2 hands. And now, right hand, eyes look at me. When I say congratulations, you say, thank you.
So we want the tape on the center too.
Today, the monthly grading exam will take place at Pays Academy.
Serpent. Ian.
The sense of ceremony and ritual gives the students a special moment to cherish in their lives.
互相帮忙，互相加油，有这种团队精神。只要是看到同学里面在考试场上遇到困难或者失误了，他们一定很加油。
他武术，它是一个有点像俱乐部似的，他可以在这交到他那个和他同爱好的朋友。的朋友比武术还重要嘛，尤其是少年期的时候。
一二加油！一二加油！一二加油 ！1 2 3。
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations. He was
7.
Little baby, and now 18 going to college. I just told your parents I'm very happy. We have gone through a lot of hard time together, a lot of growth. But you've always been a good girl. No problems at all, no teenager problems.
I'll live here, second home. Thank you, Coach.
Remember me, Coach Tom.
Thank you.
我的愿望是说，这个美国武术学院就好像美国西点军校，一直持续下去，上百年。
But the business side, if you want to be a businessman, you have to know how to be a businessman.
I wanted to provide a way to showcase the talent. I tried to give a big event. They come together to compete. It's like the Olympics. Everybody learns more about everybody, and it helps to bring the world together because schools are international. If you look around the school, everybody's international.
Rome is one of the cradles of European civilization. Buildings and monuments from antiquity stand casually amidst the modern city. Rome wears its grandeur lightly, but the problems of introducing new elements to the urban landscape are complex and sensitive.
在罗马设计房子是一个特别敏感的一件事儿吧，因为你要处理跟老建筑的关系嘛。我们当时就是把它的外表给拆了，但是留了它的柱子和楼板，一个的住宅单元，异形的这些插到这个架子里边去，外面就全形成了花园了、平台了。
This scheme for a multi-dimensional Oriental garden building in Rome was one of the outstanding designs at an important international competition in 2012, and it was to win a Chinese construction company its first European contract.
这个楼好像你搞不清楚它是什么形状，当你很难去描述它的时候，它其实就是像一个自己生长的东西嘛。老北京景山北海、什刹海，其实人都生活在自然里边嘛，但是这个自然又是人造的。
Ma Yan-song has won many plaudits for his work. From the bubble toilets in the back streets of Beijing to a landscaped city built amidst a reinforced concrete jungle, the concept design for a floating island for the World Trade Organization and Absolute World in Canada. All these seemingly impossible visions have, one by one, become reality.
我觉得我们是用了一个巧劲儿吧，就是很温和地介入到他们的文化里边，没有攻击性。
A graduate of Yale University, Ma is seen as one of the leading lights of a new generation of Chinese architects. Ma's international firm of architects, MAD, has its Beijing offices in one of the city's old Hutong districts. It attracts young designers from all over the world.
It's a Chinese office, but they do try to make it a very sort of multinational environment. I guess you could say I'm not completely immersed, you know, in a completely sort of Chinese bubble, because we do speak English as well as Chinese at the firm, and it's being in China, but you also get to meet so many people from so many different places, and I think that's wonderful. So I found something attractive about what they did and the work that they did, and so for me to be able to come here and then grow myself and grow my ideas as well, I think is very powerful.
To become very Chinese.
Beijing International Design Week is coming. Ma and his team are designing an exhibition called Digital Crystal for the crystal producer Swarovski.
要看第一次他画的，我都吓死我了，就完全没法做的。
Ma uses mountains and moonlight as the main themes of his design. The craftsmen are now working on the mountains. The organizers hope employing a Beijing native designer will result in a distinctively Asian interpretation of the theme of digital crystal.
之前人一直会在一个展馆一个展馆看每个艺术家的作品，直到最后迷失了，就不知道方向，也不知道自己在什么时空的时候，突然看见了一片山。应该跟中国的人的这种文化和心理的这种意境啊，有一个对话。
Ma is leading an international team, but he finds his personal source of inspiration and creativity in his Chinese environment.
I really enjoy the Hutong, and I think when I see them, you know, I don't speak much Chinese, but just being able to see their face and smiling with them, you know, creates a connection.
北京其实总体来说是一个有缝隙的一个地方，所以缝隙就存在着自由。我就是在这些缝隙里长起来的。天安门广场巨大，制度化的气氛下，你有你自己的空间，上屋顶儿，上树。 我们为什么建一城市？我们在一城市里想要什么样的生活？
As long as there are these liminal spaces, creativity flourishes. Ma believes that a living city should be open and diverse. In the end, the soil of this freedom will bring forth many more blooms created in China. Football is indisputably the world's most popular sport. The World Cup in Brazil once again fired the enthusiasm of Chinese football fans for the beautiful game. These European-style buildings in a mountainous part of Guangdong are nurturing the future of Chinese football. Xiao Yunhao is one of the youngest students in the school. A mini World Cup is taking place, though barely anyone is watching. The children are divided into 32 teams and don the shirts of various countries. This is part of their final exam. The competition is being held in the well-funded Evergrande Football Academy. It's planned to be the cradle for future stars of the World Game. With 2,600 students, it's the biggest football school on the planet. And every one of them dreams that one day they will lift the World Cup for China.
我们是与时俱进的恒大学子。
In September 2012, 22 coaches from Spanish club Real Madrid signed 8-year contracts with the school. The school adopted the same youth training program as Real, the world's leading club. It's hoped this will transform the plight of underachieving Chinese football. Fernando is the training director here. He came from the youth academy of Real Madrid.
No, es la primera escuela que yo creo que Madrid tiene. Normalmente firman unos convenios, pero siempre son a nivel social. O sea, dan materiales, camisetas. Que hayan 22 entrenadores representando al Real Madrid en un país extranjero, entrenando como entrenan en Madrid a unos niños en su país, en su propio país, como es en China ahora mismo, eso yo creo que es la primera escuela de este tipo.
The school sends students to live and study at Real Madrid's Youth Academy every year. Learning to eat Western food is another life skill that will come in handy sooner or later. Every foreign coach is partnered with a Chinese coach. All matters relating to soccer are decided by the Real coaches. The aim is to emulate the creativity and teamwork of the Spanish style of football.
Los niños pequeños en España, desde que son muy pequeños, están acostumbrados a ver fútbol en televisión, a ir a ver a sus hermanos jugar al fútbol, a ir a ver al estadio a su equipo favorito y a estar en familia viendo fútbol. Cosa que aquí en China es una de las cosas que más nos ha llamado la atención porque realmente no hay esa pasión y sobre todo, como comentamos antes, en edades tan tempranas, de ese amor al fútbol, ¿no? Eso es una diferencia más que significativa a día de hoy entre el país de España y el país chino.
Van a perder porque no han corrido y eso es lo que no puede ser.
胜负都是全队一起共享的，赢是一起赢，输是一起输。
让我从足球上面学到一种精神，就是那种渴望胜利的精神，相互鼓励，不埋怨，不抱怨，相信队友。
In the 2014 World Cup, Spain, the defending champions, suffered a crushing 5-1 defeat to the Netherlands.
Ganamos, you know, 生气咋说
Argentina.
Angry, you know angry.
No.
You from Argentina.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And Angel is hungry.
Yeah.
哎，没问题，没问题，Angel，没问题。
哎，阿武，China。我China。
Football is not just a sport of physical strength and skills. Many say that Chinese football needs to find its own culture. Throughout the day, the children study 7 subjects, including Chinese, mathematics, and English. The football training runs for an hour and a half from 4 p.m. Some parents worry that this is too little time spent in training. But the school responds that in Europe, even top league players only train for 2 hours a day.
我觉着踢足球最主要的靠的就是脑子，可以通过大脑，然后选择你最好的传球方向，或者你在什么时候要做什么动作什么的。
Pitchside, many of the students' parents have come from all over the country to cheer on their offspring. Lu Yixin's mother is among them. Behind these 2,600 kids are the dreams of 2,600 families.
我妈也很希望我能去西班牙踢球，所以我必须要打成主力是基本的条件。
Que mucho de ese estrés viene por la familia. Aquí en China hemos notado que hay mucho estrés, hay mucha presión sobre los niños en como son hijos únicos. Muchos quieren que sus padres quieren que sus hijos sean futbolistas y hemos visto padres que son muy exigentes con sus niños. Eso hace que el niño tenga tal nivel de estrés que si se pierde un partido crea que ha fallado a su padre. Yo creo que eso es un error y es un error que también en España también ocurre, por desgracia. Yo creo que un niño, un padre lo que tiene que fomentar es, lo que puedo repetir, creatividad. Es una palabra que a mí me gusta. Yo creo que un padre tiene que intentar que su hijo crezca. No puedes estar dirigiéndole toda tu vida. El niño tiene que crecer solo. Conocerse y tiene que equivocarse también algunas veces.
Seeing our children grow always raises expectations for the future. Football is the biggest game in the global sports industry. Its annual turnover exceeds $500 billion worldwide. The Chinese football market alone is estimated to be worth more than $120 billion. The prospect of success needs investment in education, culture, and a certain modernization across the whole of society.
El método de entrenamiento, con la cantidad de niños que hay, con las ganas que tienen los niños de aprender, si se empezara a meter el fútbol en las escuelas, China sería una potencia mundial seguro en no muchos años.
It will take time. Not every child can become a dazzling star. But if football can give them happiness throughout their lives, perhaps the era of Chinese football will yet arrive. All around the world, China is building a future through increasing sophisticated interactions.
其实我们这打闹的，只能说是不打不相识吧。然后来第2年再见面的时候，格外的新鲜。
当你真的开始接近那个市场的时候，他对你也是很警惕的。
Every nation has its own qualities and triumphs. The tide of business brings an opportunity to learn from each other and to move on to something newer and better. But when you're dealing with ideas that must transcend cultures, you'll always be playing chess on an invisible board.
Work for making money, right?
Profit is the ultimate goal of commerce.
How are you?
But if the profits can't be shared with people by improving their lives, we'll find it hard to prosper in the long term. Please join us for part 7 of A Biz Date with the World